Are you tired of the bland, super serious military first-person shooters? Does the oversaturated brand of military first-person FPS bore you? Well then today is your lucky day, my friend, because I'm here to show you the answer to all of your issues and needs. Let me introduce to you Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 was a game made by Valve all the way back in the golden age of the early 2000s, which can already tell you that it's going to be pretty good. Think it's going to be just like games like Overwatch and CSGO? You're sadly mistaken. You see, unlike Overwatch and CSGO, TF2 has an extremely wide variety of guns, melee weapons, and other items to support your team. We even have sandwiches. Think it'll be too hard to pick up and play? Any old chap can pick up and play it, but the challenge is learning all of its intricate class strategies and ways of dominating the other team. TF2, unlike games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, have a very cartoony style to it. Not like Overwatch's futuristic cartoony style, I'm talking Cold War era art style. The good stuff. Not only that, but we also have all sorts of wacky maps and game modes. I'm talking stuff like Payload, where one team has to push a payload and the other team has to keep them from pushing it. Or even better, Payload Race. Payload Race gives both teams a cart to push, and one has to push it faster than the other. We don't have that silly deathmatch. You gotta play the objective if you want to win. Now, of course, some people will say, "Oh, but Chris, the game's dead. Nobody ever plays TF2 anymore." And that's where you're heckin' wrong, kiddo. I guarantee you will always find a server that is or will become full in the next minute or so. Not only that, but there are also community servers. Not just surfing servers, I'm talking really goofy servers. Ever heard of Lazy Nears servers? That server will change the whole concept of how you think TF2 plays. But I've rambled on too much about the servers and the aesthetics enough. Let's get onto the juicy stuff. The hats. The thing TF2 is known for. In TF2, they allow you to personalize your character with cosmetics and different ways to make your class unique. TF2 gets this right, because unlike Overwatch where you only get so few full body skins, TF2 allows you to mix and match all sorts of different hats. Just search up how many hats there are on TF2 and you will be amazed. Now, to the mechanics of the gameplay. There are 9 classes that each serve a different purpose. Scout, Soldier, Pyro, Demoman, Heavy, Medic, Sniper, and Spy. Now you would think this could get pretty boring, since there's only 9 classes that are fairly common in the video game franchise. But boy howdy do did Valve trick you into thinking that. In this game, there's something called subclasses, which mean that you can take one class, change the loadout a bit, and you have yourself a completely different class. Like here, we have a Demo Knight, which instead of any explosives or grenades or sticky bombs, he's gone with the old-fashioned and decided to pick up some booties, a shield, and a sword. Pretty neat, huh? Now, since I know that people will complain about how TF2 has no competitive community, and while that is true, competitive TF2 is still a very new thing to both Valve and the TF2 community. It is significantly harder to balance out TF2 than any other competitive games like CSGO or Overwatch because of its extreme weapon diversity. But don't worry, my friends, we still have a long ways to go before the game truly dies. There's also one last thing that I want to say that is truly significant about TF2. Trading. Trading is a huge thing in TF2 because of its cosmetics and things that can be added to those cosmetics, like unusual effects, strange variants, etc. TF2 uses its 3 metal types and keys as currency, scrap metal being the lowest part of the currency and keys being the highest part of the currency. The most common type of currency you will run into is refined metal, or REF for short. The reason why it's so popular is because it's mostly used for cosmetic trading, while keys are mostly used for unusual trading.